Dan Illman, Mike Beer taking a closer look at Kentucky Derby contender Dornoch. And if his pedigree looks familiar, it's because his full brother, Mage, won last year's Kentucky Derby, making Dornoch sort of an automatic, excitable story leading up to this race. Let's take a look at Dornoch's seasonal debut. This is the Fountain of Youth Stakes. It was really scratch reduced. Dornoch was a heavy 1-5 favorite. And I would say, Mike, that this race was more workmanlike than anything else, but it was his first start off of the layoff. What troubled me more was that I didn't love his fourth place effort in the Bluegrass last time.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, so far, and it's only two starts as a 3-year-old, but he hasn't taken that jump forward that I think you kind of wanted to see from a horse like him. Because, listen, you talked about his pedigree, and I'm sure that got a lot of eyes on this horse. But in addition to that, he was a really good 2-year-old. He ran 4 really good races last year, and as it stands now, he just hasn't built on those races yet as a 3-year-old.
He ran 90 and 91 Buyers as a 2-year-old, including the Remsen, a race where maybe it was a speed favoring sloppy track and Dornoch was able to get to the lead, but Sierra Leone looked like he had all the momentum when he collared Dornoch at the 16th pole. Dornoch, to his credit, refused to yield, battled back to win. So this guy, though, has speed, he has determination, he has class, he has pedigree. Now he's just got to sort of find himself in his third start of the form cycle. Mike, do you think this is a kind of horse? And I know he's won from off the pace in the past, but do you think this is a kind of horse that likes to be close? And a horse like Fierceness, a horse like Track Phantom, their presence works against him.
It could. I mean, the real issue with him as a 2-year-old, and you could just see most of those races there where he was just right up there as part of the pace. The issue with him then was he was really ranked and he would never settle. He didn't want to be rated last year. And as disappointing as he was in his most recent start, the Bluegrass, and I agree with you, I don't think he ran that well in there. It seems like Danny Gargan made a conscious decision there. We're not going to the lead. We're going to rate him. We're going to put him behind horses. And this horse, win or lose, is going to learn something. Maybe he did, Dan. He's got plenty of talent. And if he comes forward off of that learning experience, he could really jump forward on the first Saturday in May.
I think that's an excellent analysis of his Bluegrass, Mike, because maybe while he didn't fire in the stretch like Sierra Leone, he was doing something that was a little bit new for him, and he likely gained a lot of valuable experience leading into the Derby. A $325,000 yearling is Dornoch. This is a kind of horse, Mike, who, as we saw in a race like the Fountain of Youth, if you give him an inch, he'll take a mile. I think he has a very good acceleration where this horse, you push the button on him, he can go. The question is that going to be sustainable at a mile and a quarter? It hasn't bothered him at a mile and an eighth.
Yeah, true. I mean, there were a lot of issues with this horse in that regard, Dan, because I agree with you. He's got the talent is there, and you can see the acceleration that he possesses. He's got really good speed, but he can carry it a distance of ground. These are all, really good qualities for a 3-year-old to have, especially on the Triple Crown Trail. It's just a question of whether this horse, first of all, is he going to move forward as a 3-year-old, because he hasn't done that yet. And then come Derby day, when he's in there with 19 other horses in a big crowd, and he has no choice but to behave himself. He can't get really ranked and just start running off early in his races, which is what he wanted to do last year.
Dornoch, the winner of the Remsen and the Fountain of Youth, maybe has found some new tactical speed to go along with that brilliant early speed he displayed earlier in his career. We'll see if this pedigree produces 2 Kentucky Derby winners in a row.